Hello and welcome, each and every one of you. With you today is me, Daiga, multilinguistic international coach therapist from DCTcentre. And also with me today for the first time is beautiful lady Eda Naz, celestial guide, spiritual artist, intuitive tarot reader. So, hello, Eda.
Hello, Daiga. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. I'm fine. Thank you for joining the show. I'm very,
It's
very grateful for meeting you actually.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
So great. Usually, when I start talking with somebody, I ask them how was their spiritual path, what put you on your spiritual path, how started, how you became this celestial guide, and so on. Can you tell
Mhm.
me about these roots? Where you from?
Yes.
What what is the roots?
So everything started before COVID. How it happened is that it's also in my astrological chart that I have certain placements in my houses that makes it a little bit like the life makes it a little bit challenging for me. So it's all about challenge. It's all about like everyone. But in certain aspects of my life, I have faced difficulties. So those difficulties made me think and ask the question like myself, why? So everything started with a why. Why am I experiencing this? Is there anything that I should be getting out of it? How am I going to cope with this? And between like certain events, so I was married, I moved abroad, then I was divorced. So all the things that have come together, and it just formed the question why for me. And with that why, I downloaded an app. It is called the Pattern, so it's an astrological app. Back then that app wasn't that popular, and I was thinking about to the audience, this is my spiritual guide, Limon.
Lemon. Oh, hello, Lemon. Nice to meet you.
Limon is bilingual, he can both speak English and Turkish. Yeah.
Actually, where are you from?
Yeah, so I have two different nationalities. My mom is from Turkey and my dad's side is from Romania. But I've lived in different countries. For example, I lived in China for 2 years. I've been living in the UK for 3 years. And where I come from, those going back to the topic of spirituality, where I come from, Turkey is a very spiritual land itself. It has a lot of history, a lot of ancestors that you can just connect to and get information from. I think that also helped a lot in that sense. And I started the question with why. Then I downloaded the app, and the app, I didn't know anything about astrology back then, and the app was um, horribly accurate. It everything that describes me, and for example, how my love language is, what I should be doing, how I feel in certain situations. So, and and again, question why? How can an app be so accurate, and you just know anything about me? And challenges or possesses the question that I am thinking. So then I started digging a little bit deeper into the internet, and I discovered actually those app was getting the information from my birth date, which I entered upon registration. Then I put the information in internet and I started digging a little bit deeper, learned about houses. Everybody knows about horoscopes, but astrology isn't all about horoscopes. Yes, horoscopes, but it has a small part of it. So there are planets, there are placements in the houses, there are transits between planets. So when they all come together, they create your roadmap for this lifetime. If you believe reincarnation, then you can think of this as, for example, there are two nodes. The north node is where you are heading in your life, and south node is where you were doing and now are more comfortable. So it's kind of like a comfort zone because you know that zone, but north node is where you should be heading. For example, that kind of thing, like it talks about previous lives, your current life, and what you should be doing with your current life, why you are here, and what you should be learning. So then I dig deeper and deeper and learn more about astrology. And I came to a point where I can confidently say that, okay, this is a chart. I can know the transits, I know houses and all the things about like the astrology. So I can confidently interpret someone else's birth chart for them. That is one thing. This is how I started with the astrology. I've always been an artist. Since the day I can remember in my early childhood, I have like memories where my grandpa and myself were just sitting at the desk, and he was teaching me how to draw. And I'm talking about at the age of like 3 to 4. So those memories kind of like I kept doing this. I think it was in my genes, probably. I've always been interested in art, different forms of and different mediums of art. So what I work with usually in my like art section of my life is that I work with watercolors, I work with digital art, I am a designer as well, so I help different like brands to design their creative assets and any form of art, I'd say, but mainly for now it's digital because everything is on digital and people need digital assets more than anything. But I always love traditional art, so it has a different space in my heart. And the spirituality and art, they come together and help me to create art in a form that could be meaningful to who is requesting this art from me. So, for example, you request an art saying that you have someone in your life that you have a rough patch with, and you describe the problem. So when you're talking, I start drawing, and whatever comes to my mind is actually the messages from your spirit guides. So what I do is I basically take the messages in a form of art and put it in a form of art in our physical world, and we discuss upon that. So what came to my mind, why do you think that, for example, I wanted to draw something, let's say, sorry, just yeah, keep the screen. Um, and compass, for example, it doesn't just randomly come. So a compass actually shows something to me as a reader and to you as the receiver. So we discuss on them. If there are any traumas, then we will sometimes go into the traumas, go into the areas that you want to explore together. It could be in a form of hypnosis, or it could be just a face-to-face talk, like between you and me. So this is the spiritual part of the things. So when you combine all of them, so there are different ways of receiving the messages. Some are psychics, some are mediums, some are clairvoyants, some are do this through like tarot. So I usually do this through tarot and art. So that's why I call myself intuitive reader. I've talked a lot. I mean,
No, you talk brilliantly. At least I now have some idea what is going on there. Yeah,
mhm.
how you get where you are, and you have beautiful roots actually, very
Yeah,
strong, deep roots.
yes, it is deep because I think it all comes from kind of like experiencing the pain. So when you experience pain, your soul matures as well. You learn different things. You learn about life. You learn about people, and not every people is has good intentions. So you should be careful about them as well. So it's all about like experience and learn kind of thing. And what I believe is that this is the main reason why we are actually have a physical body in this earth. So that natal chart from astrology is your guide. It is given to you, and it was also on your soul contract before coming here as a baby. So you say that, okay, these are the things as a soul that I want to experience, and I just basically, in physical word, you would sign it. So you sign and seal it, this is the experience that I want, and you come unknowingly, and you learn by the time, oh, okay, that was my aim, that was the experience that I wanted, that was why I picked this family, to learn that. So that kind of thing, it has two, like, it's kind of like two faces of a single coin. The first face is, yes, it can be sometimes painful. Not every experience is a pleasure, like a pleasurable experience. But on another hand, those are the things that you signed up for and you are living. And this is actually a gift. Everyone in the soul, like, section, I say, a soul world, are looking for this experience, and you are now lucky enough to be in earth, and you have to, that's what I believe, you have to cherish it. And you, all you have to know is, I think, I'm talking to those who are going through pain right now, is that it is temporary and it has a reason. So knowing that it's temporary and it has a reason makes it more bearable. And you always look for kind of like an, okay, why am I experiencing this? Because people doesn't come to your life randomly, they come to teach you something, and they have an expiry date. So sometimes we cling on people saying that, okay, but I love him, but I love her, I don't want him gone. But yeah, yes, he has come to your life, but he is only a passenger. So when the time has come, he has to go. You have to let him go, or she has to go. You have to let him go. So this perspective, I think, makes this lifetime easier for those who are like me. Say,
Yeah. I when you're talking about this soul contracts, I start smiling because I remember one mime in Facebook. There was like drawn a very nice, like elderly lady with a magnifying glass reading very old pergament, this contract, her soul contract she's reading now. And she's saying, what the hell I was thinking when I signed this contract? Yeah. and,
I
and
know.
with me at the moment, especially how life is going at the moment, I many times stopping and I thinking, what the hell I was thinking when I signed this contract? Yeah,
Same. I think it happens to everyone.
yeah, because really, I think people like you and I really go through very profound soul changing uh, incidents in our lives, which one makes us who we are, which one actually makes us smart enough to help others now.
Definitely, definitely. Without your soul being mature enough, first you have to help yourself. Change is within you, and change starts with you. So first you have to work on yourself so that you can help others. That's what I think as well.
Exactly, exactly. And something else about this, what you've been telling about astrology and everything, very interesting. I'm 22nd of December. Yeah.
Hmm.
All my life, I was absolutely sure I am Capricorn. Yeah, absolutely sure. There wasn't any doubt in my mind whatsoever. And a few years ago, like 2 years, 3 years ago, I had a reading, astrology reading, and I actually find that I'm Sagittarius. Yeah, but I do not feel everything what is about Sagittarius. I don't feel it. I don't feel that I am this. I'm
Mhm.
so deeply in this Capricorn thing, yeah. That everything what is about Capricorn, yes, I understand. That's me. Yeah. What is about Sagittarius? It's maybe something, but no.
Yeah, you're at the cusp of between Sagittarius and Capricorn. So that happens to those who were born at like 20, 20, 21, 22nd, 3rd of every month. So they are at kind of like in between. And this could kind of create confusion about your sign and what your sign attains. What I can recommend for those who are unsure about their sign, that is that they should be definitely checking their birth time with their parents or like with government agencies, because that matters a lot. A location matters a lot in terms of like reading the birth chart and the rising. Yes, for example, I'm a full-on Scorpio. Like I have 5 planets in Scorpio, and they are all like in 12th house, which is the most kind of like secretive house of all. Um, but outside, I'm a Sagittarius because I am adventurous. I love traveling. I am sometimes like live in the moment kind of person. So rising is what we are showing to the world, how people see us. And your like standard sign is kind of like your inner world. That's that is exactly the case with me being Scorpio and Sagittarius rising. So it could be related to your rising.
Maybe I don't really know that. Okay. What about you said you've been drawing and then slowly you get to tarot as well. How you came to tarot?
So tarot was actually easiest of. mm, I think I should start with like my culture. So in Turkey, everyone knows about like Turkish coffee and Turkish delight kind of ritual, as English people have their tea times. So in Turkish culture, we do readings from cup. So whoever, like they are mostly women, but if two or more women come together in a cafe or in their apartments, there is always a Turkish coffee made, and even there is no one who can read, they still like close their cups, and they just do a little bit of reading experience with each other. So we believe and don't believe it. I mean, the people in Turkey don't believe it at the same time. So it's kind of like a love and hate relationship. Um, if you go to a proper reader, you will get accurate predictions about future. Um, so this is how I started getting into this fortune telling thing. So it was with Turkish coffee. So how it's made is that it is kind of like cooked and you drink it. Once finished, there are some residue underneath. So for this residue, you cover the cup with a lid and you turn it and wait until it's cold. And afterwards, a reader just opens the cup and tells what it sees. Every reader have their own kind of style to do it. Some see, like, for example, from the cusp of the cup, they see that, oh, this is a year, or they kind of like do their own ways of reading. I started with that one. I was maybe 12 or 13, and I remember my friends, my like family members, or my members, friends, adults coming to me and you just asking readings from me. I didn't know back then that I was so accurate. So it is uh, a thing that was discovered by other people first. Then, as I grow up, I think I like started realizing the gift that I was given. And after realizing that, I started looking for different forms of um, medium. Yeah. So what I mean by medium is, so there is a message waiting for you. There is a reader, and whatever medium that reader uses, it doesn't really matter. As I say, it could be a coffee cup, it could be a tarot, it could be someone that a star, maybe star seed helping you. So it is only like the mediums. So Turkish coffee was my first medium. The second was tarot because I'm an artist. And I started digging a little bit deeper into the tarot and what it symbolizes and the esoteric meaning of tarot and what it means in different cultures. And I started learning what the cards mean. And after learning what the cards mean, I started doing readings to my friends so that I could just, develop my gift. And I just received. So it is like when you're ready, you start um, receiving the things that you need from universe. So I could read, but I didn't have any clients. So the universe started sending me the clients, and it just it happened. I happened to be an intuitive reader, but I'm pretty sure that if I go to and pick another medium to do kind of reading, that will be waiting for me too, to learn, explore, and integrate to my life. So tarot is one thing. It's only a preference for a client to come and say, okay, I want to receive messages from my ancestor. The proper way to do is mediumship, because you will be communicating with the people who passed away and take the information and give it to them. If you want to explore future in a more like interactive way, which is getting asking me questions and receiving answers, so the proper way to do is tarot. But if you want to just know about future, then it's coffee, Turkish coffee, that we can do. So it's all about the things that client wants and needs. I'll just come up with a solution to that.
Yeah, but really, Turkish coffee is really you have to be with client in same room and drink the coffee.
No, not necessarily. So if someone wants a Turkish coffee reading, I drink the coffee for them, but they need to provide me the certain like details. For example, their a birth date, where they were born, their name, their mother's name, so that I can get the information for the right people. So it is still belong to them, that reading, but they don't have to be physically with me to do it.
Great, great. What else would you like to tell about yourself?
Um, I guess not myself, but I have a message who are watching or who will be watching this video, that you don't go down to this route for nothing. So if you're asking the question why to yourself, there is an answer waiting for you. You just need to come and get it. How you want to get it is totally up to you. The messages are not always um, in a way that you want or you are hoping to be, but this is okay because everything is a learning experience. Everything is for you. This is your lifetime. But if you ever need a guidance for them, I would really suggest them to go and look their birth charts or have someone to read their birth charts so they know that their weak points and strengths, and they can focus on strengths to just decide how they want to proceed for the rest of their life, because we are living in a times that is really hard to navigate financially, love life, family relations. So they can be quite daunting for someone who doesn't really know why they are here. So the question why is really important. So if you're asking this to yourself, I highly suggest that you go to someone who can do a reading for you, your birth chart, so it can both give you a relief and a direction at the same time.
I think you actually very smoothly came to next subject of our chat. So, so somehow very smoothly we went to different path on next subject. The next subject is actually in our plans is come back with Eda every week and give you support. So that's the big surprise what I really want to reveal to everyone that today you're meeting Ed for first time, but that's definitely not the last time. So we are planning to do every week uh, meeting up for 1 hour. So if you have questions and you know the next Thursday you're not able to join our show, then please send them to me. And my email address is down below in description because I will be putting together all questions. I will be putting together all show as a host of the show, and Eda will come and help us with the main part as a star of the show, help us find some answers what we are all looking for. And I think at the moment it's really is case that too many people are waking up and have to wake up much faster than we had time. We have lifetimes of training on earth, so now is like we are old souls who coming back and trying to help these new souls to get through this time, because even for us this time is very challenging.
It is. Yes, I agree. I totally agree.
With all my I myself, my people who watching me already know that I myself, I'm coach and therapist, and I'm using hypnotherapy and EFT and Reiki in my work. So I teaching my clients, and I obviously learning myself and dealing with the same um, techniques myself, using it every day. And I tell you, even with my techniques, sometimes I need to go back to my mentor and come on, help me out, please. Yeah, because I at the moment climbing the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. So we are both teachers and the students at the same time. So
uh,
learning is a lifetime experience, and so it's expand upon different lifetimes, and those are the things that we have brought from previous ones. Uh, f- well, if you're eager to learn, I think this could be the channel that you should be following on like weekly basis. So I recently met Daiga, but I have learned so much from her already, and this has been quite helpful for me as well.
so yeah, we just recently met, but I'm pretty sure it will be long term, beautiful, supportive tandem who will help lots of people to find their way through the darkness.
Definitely. And Limon
And
is a
lemon,
very
but lemon is actually one piece of sunshine. It's
yes,
like
he is.
right away gives me smile. It's I can't look at him without smile because it's so joyful, so sunshine. Yes, lemon, you are beautiful.
Limon is a very intuitive bird. Sometimes he helps me with the readings as well. And my clients really like it because he's quite accurate too.
I love him. I already love him. I already love him. So yes, yeah, that's the one thing what I wanted to say. That we will be back next week again and again and again. Um, what else? Something else was there to say. Help me out, maybe. Maybe I forgot something, but I feel that I forgot. But I. Okay. How we will do it? I at the moment have couple questions from people, my
Mhm.
acquaintances, my friends. Yeah. So. a couple questions. Are we happy to try how it goes, this reading?
Oh, of course, anyone can join.
Okay,
And it's more the merrier because more people are joining to our chat and joining our videos and live streams are helping us to create a bigger energy and bigger synergy at the same time. So I would love anyone to join on their phones, on their laptops if they can, because and accurate at the readings that I'm going to do for you is totally free, and it is only for you to find direction in this lifetime.
exactly. And you can, like I said, if you know that for next week you can't be on the show with us, please send me your questions, your name and your questions, send me, and I will ask those questions. And if you are able to join us there in the comments, you always can chat with me. You won't be chatting with Eda because Eda will be concentrating on her cards and on answers to you, but I will be seeing all your comments and I will be reading them to Ed. So please enjoy join us together, and we will be very happy when you join us. Okay, for
Definitely.
let's let's try first question, and first question is from Evita.
Hmm.
And Evita is asking what you can say about my relationship with man I love.
So the relationship with the man she loves. Can you tell me the name again?
Evita.
Evita.
Yeah, it's reading for Evita. What you can say about my relationship with the man I love.
So the card that I picked is the best way to show it could be like this. So this is reverse Queen of Cups. So the reverse Queen of Cups is actually telling me what how you approach to this relationship. So this is your perspective, this is you. Cards have different meanings, upright and reversed. Reversed is only a different interpretation of what the upright says. So upright, I how I work is that I explain the symbolism, and if you are already seeing a woman here, and cups is the emotional state of this tarot deck, so anything cups related are always emotional related stuff that we are seeing. So queen of cups is holding something here and closely watching it. So I say that the relationship that you have or hoping to have is something that you cherish a lot, but you might be cherishing it more than you're supposed to. So love is actually is a thing, or is an emotion that you should be cherishing but not clinging on. So you, what this card suggests is that yes, you may cherish, yes, love is present, or like your love is exist, but you shouldn't be that strict in terms of how you approach to this love of your life. So this is why I'm saying this is the kind of like a reverse of Queen of Cups.
Any other cards you want to clarify maybe?
um is it to follow up, so clarify with
Yeah,
the
clarify
existing
maybe
story?
what will happen for them in the future.
Okay, so the second card I picked was the Queen of Pentacles. So, Queen of Pentacles here is upright, and this is the pentacles itself showing me that it is monetary related. So somehow maybe they have kind of a relation where it's more um, transactional. So it could be turned into something that you form together. It could be like and maybe a kind of like an enterprise that you will be forming, or the relation itself that I am feeling is that yes, there will be love, but at the same time, there will be something that you exchange, and this exchange will be a material thing, and you will be in control to this situation. So maybe this will be something that you initiate, um, but I am seeing in future where you are both better off financially.
Okay, is there anything else you want to say, or that will be it for this question?
And it is going to happen fast. So this shows, because it also is a kind of like a symbolism that you see a rabbit here. So every animal in tarot cards have meanings as well. So this rabbit is like representing something that is going to be happening in near future. So I'm seeing this in near future of theirs.
Okay, but that I didn't understand really. Is there some future for them together,
Yes.
or it is?
There is a future. Yes, exactly. There is a future, and that future is this card doesn't tell me that, oh, you're gonna marry or you will have kids together. This tells me that um there is something that she is going to initiate with this man, and this is going to be successful, and this thing will probably change the course of this relationship. Whatever
And
now is happening,
also give them financial uh,
ease. Yes, yeah,
ease financially.
yes,
So it's actually positive.
it is
Looks like
positive.
positive for them moving forward. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, Evita, your question is answered. Next one question is from Angela. Uh, will we be able to save our marriage?
Are we set for marriage?
Are, will we be able to save our marriage? I
Save
am,
their marriage.
yes,
Okay.
it feels like that marriage is on rocks at the moment. So will they be able to save? That's Angela.
Okay.
Of course, Angela, you have to understand that we are not telling you you will 100% save or you 100% don't. It's what cards at the moment is saying. What is the biggest possibility?
So definitely, the card that I picked was Ten of Cups. So as the card suggests and the picture of like the people suggested, that I am seeing an happy ending here. I actually picked two cards to clarify. Both of them have different options. They can, for example, they might have different people in their lives that they could potentially be together. So they, yes, they're in a marriage, but I am seeing options here. These options might just create and decision paralysis. So should I be going? Should I be staying? Is it worth it? Those kind of questions and doubts that I am seeing here. But that relationship could be definitely saved by just looking at this card. Just to clarify, I am going to pick another card to see the future because I am seeing options, as I say. Um, yes, I am seeing here and there could be a discussion between you and and um, and a wise man. So, what is that wise man? Could be your father-in-law. A man will be in joining in or helping you out with your decision. So yes, there are options. There you can stay. If you stay and wait enough, or like be patient enough, there is a future. But also, if I were you, I would also just listen to this man and what he has to say.
Great, great. So, Angela, another great reading that it's actually possible to save your marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So wonderful. Uh, Gustav is asking, I for 4 months already meeting up with new girl, and I feel she is more into me than I am. Will I be able to give her what she wants? How you see my relationship forward? Will he be able to give her what she wants, and how we will see his relationship going forward with this girl?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh, well, the card that I picked tells me that there is so it is possible to provide it what she wants and turning this into a like a long-term relationship, but at the same time it won't be without its struggles. So what I mean is that so some could be a little bit like easy flowing relationship, so it's a mutual exchange, but what I'm seeing here is that um you could be giving a fight, so to speak, giving a fight to make this happen. So yes, it's possible, but it depends on how much you are willing to give into this relationship, how much you are investing, because there will be moments where you think that, why am I doing this? I mean, yes, I am into a relationship. Yes, I am fighting for this, but at what cost? So, if I were you, I would just have a moment with myself, light a candle, open and have like a blank sheet of paper and try to like write your thoughts, because what I'm seeing from here is that um, you don't know what you're fighting for, or you will have some struggles in terms of um, understanding why you are fighting for this love. So it's not without its challenges. It's all about, it's up to you to how much you want to invest in it.
Great, great. So that depends how much you want to invest in this relationship. So
Yes, because it is not an easy flow. So it is not just going at its like natural, I'd say, rhythm. So there are some disruptions, but these disruptions might be off-putting. So I highly suggest that first you try to understand why you are in this relationship and what you expect instead of what she expects from you. You have to think, what do I expect from this relationship? Because it's not all about her, it's about you. This is your life, this is your guide, this is your direction. And you just need to put yourself into the center and think, will this relationship give me the things that I need at this stage of my life? Because what is appropriate or what was good for you doesn't mean that it will be good for you for the rest of your life. So things change, life change, needs change, and you should first understand why you are in this relationship.
Exactly. And if at the moment, already after 4 months, is this question that I'm not really too into her, then will you will be in 5 years, 10 years, 10, 20 years down the line.
Yeah, definitely. And time is the most important asset. So if you're giving your time, you are actually giving something that you cannot take it back. And what I think is that you should be really mindful about how you spend your time, because we don't know how long we are going to be here in this earth. And if we want to cherish the moment, yes, it is not without its like challenges, but at the same time, the most valuable asset, your life and your time and your energy, should be directed into something that you are invested in, you believe that it will work.
Exactly.
You're saying, come on.
I wanted to ask what's going on, who is there, and it's Lemon. Hello, Lemon.
Hello.
Okay. Now, next question is from Diana. Uh, can you tell me, will my financial situation improve in next 3 months?
Next 3 months.
Yes.
Um, Tarot doesn't. Yes, tarot can give answers, but when it comes to timing, I wouldn't really rely on tarot, because tarot is more of like what the will tell you what the potential will be like, but it's totally up to the individual to change the course of events. So I'm gonna answer your question, but I am not telling this within the 3 months time frame.
Okay.
Diana, will your financial situation be improved in near future? Yes. Yes. Diane, I think you are a creative person. Because the card that I picked is Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is showing an individual, a female that is highly creative. So this highly creative individual telling me that if you utilize your creative gifts that are given to you, maybe they have been dormant for like for years, but this is where you should be tapping into if you want to improve your financial situation.
Anything else you want to clarify? Some other cards for for Diana.
Yes, there will be. Oh, and this the card that is telling me here, swords. I know that you've been fighting quite hard to get where you want to be, but it is not. The financial freedom is not coming from hustling more. It will be from a point where you are rested and balanced. So if I were you, I would go to a place where I think the is quite calming. So there are certain places where people go. For example, I always go to near to the water or sit under a tree to get a little bit of wisdom or an answer. Um, if you have a place like that, please go there and have a little bit of rest and think about the creative gifts that are given to you, because financial freedom is there waiting for you if you can tap into your creativity. But don't hustle more. Don't just give a rest to yourself and think this through, because this card is all about finding the space that you feel comfortable and being a little bit of like having an alone time, so to speak, to think.
Great, thank you. Good news, really, for Diana. So, now is maybe you've been suggesting to do something like I want to somehow give readings for everybody who is watching now and for everybody who will be watching later. Maybe some kind of reading for everybody who is watching us, yeah, what their future will be till our next show that week, for
Hmm.
next week coming.
Okay, and near future general reading. So there's going to be a single reading, right, for all of them?
Single reading for all people who actually tap in our channel.
Yeah. The reading that I'm going to do will be relevant to those who are watching. Don't think that they don't have something in common. So if you're here, you have something in common. There is something that ties us to each other. So the reading will be relevant for you all. What I see in common here is that there are some mutual. So there is, it could be like their work situation, or I'm seeing like, or their emotional life. Their mutual someone, uh, the person that they are thinking, um, could be, and their relationship could be in kind of like upheaval. So what I mean is that, for example, you are in a business and you have a partner, or you are in a relationship that you have partners. So I'm talking about your partners in different areas of your life. There's an upheaval. So once it could be beneficial for you, or it was beneficial for you, now might be in a position where you question it, whether you are getting like getting something enough from them, or as much as you give to them, are you getting enough? So those questions, um, that you have on your mind, is that the card's answer to this is that, don't turn this into something that is kind of like a war. So what I mean by a war is that, for example, you are giving a lot to your partner, but you are not receiving enough from them, or from him or her. So just don't push it in a way that could trigger the other person. So you say, you are not giving me enough, you are not doing this, you are not doing that, but I know that I have done this for you. So you just don't turn this into an struggle that could be affecting you both, because um, there is no winners or losers here. So you might think that by just having a quarrel or an argument will prove you right. This idea is wrong itself. So you just don't try to prove yourself right, even if you are right, because that will only give you a temporary satisfaction. That temporary satisfaction will upset the other person, as well as might just affect your judgment. So think how much you are getting, how much you are um, giving to other person, either financially or relationship wise. Don't turn this into an argument, because in those relationships that you're having to one another is a kind of like a relationship that you shouldn't be proving yourself right. You have to treat the other person in a more understanding way, because the justice card here demands a clear judgment. So your judgments have to be clear. And again, there are no winners or losers here.
Exactly. And I think at the moment, what I hear through that is try to be in the moment. Remember to be in the moment
Yeah,
so you can control your thoughts. You are
definitely.
able to control what you're thinking. So before you say something what you regret later, stop, breathe, count till 10, yeah, and only then say.
Exactly. Again, you know that you're right. Universe knows that you're right. But if the other person doesn't understand, or your judgment is biased, then it could go wrong. So that's why, as Daiga says, think through, breathe, have an alone time, write. So I always suggest my clients to write their thoughts down, because what is in your head, if you see it like physically on a paper, then you'll be shocked the things that you're thinking. So always write it down and make a clear judgment instead of just from a moment of upheaval.
Exactly. So thank you very much, Eda, to come. Thank you. It was pleasure to meet you,
It was pleasure
and
to be in
I'm
this
looking
program.
already looking forward to next week.
Definitely, definitely. See you all
Everybody,
next week.
yes, thank you, and everybody else, please, if you like what we do, please like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel so we can uh, get on with many more people. We can help many more people. Have a wonderful week and see you next week. God bless.
Bye bye.